So if you're closing at 5%, or let's use 10% because it's a nice easy round number, and you get given 100 leads, that means you're making 10 sales. So if you make $500 per sale, that means that from 100 leads, you would make $5,000. The question that I have for you is, how much longer do you want to spend wasting 90 leads? And how much longer is your employer or the business that you work for going to allow those 90 leads to be wasted before they find somebody else with a better structure, a better system to be able to close a much higher percentage of that 100 leads in total? If you just spend 10 minutes a day for the next 30 days in this portal, going through the system and the structure that we're going to teach you, and what if you doubled your sales? You just went from 10 to 20%. And I'm sure 20% wouldn't even be close to the top performer in your company. Okay, what if you could 2x your sales skills? What if you could 2x your conversion rate? What if you could 2x your income over the next 30 days just by dedicating 10 minutes per day, by understanding a system, a structure that's going to allow you to have more control over your sales process? So what I want you to do, what I want from you is a commitment that you're going to do 10 minutes per day for the next 30 days. And if you do, then you will see a marked improvement in your sales by understanding the systems and structures that you take your prospects through, and by taking ownership of that and putting yourself in the best position to be able to sell people more consistently. All right, guys, look forward to seeing your results. Look forward to having you guys go through the portal, and I'll see you guys on the inside.
Hey guys, what's up? Matt here. And today, what I'm going to talk to you about is two things. One is a cheat sheet for NEPQ, so you guys can kind of have a deeper understanding of what it is we're really trying to do, just in a really high level overview. So you understand, like, in its simplest forms, what are we trying to get out of that script, and what are we trying to get from a prospect, so that we can give ourselves the absolute best opportunity to be able to sell. The next thing that we're going to do is an implementation guide, because if you try and implement anything that's brand new, no matter how good it is, you're going to have significant teething issues in the beginning. So what we want to do is sort of figure out a way that you can implement this without losing too many sales while you perfect a new art. So here we are. So this is my cheat sheet into exactly how you are going to get a prospect to buy on a consistent basis. Step 1 is the connection phase. Step 2 is situation. Step 3, problem. Step 4 is solution awareness, consequence questions, presentation, and handle objections. That's NEPQ in its absolute simplest form. Okay, so what are we trying to get out of each phase? Okay, so phase 1 is the connection phase. What we're looking to get out of that is essentially take the focus off the prospect, take the focus off us, and put it back onto the prospect. So what are you here? Why are you here? What is it that attracted your attention? Stuff like that. Like, we're just looking to really not be salesy, not be a salesperson. Hey, how can I help? Okay, why are you here? What are you looking for? That's really it. The next is the situation phase, okay? And that's where we're going to find out what are they currently doing about the thing that they're here for, which we found out like in the connection phase, okay? So, and there's all types of different questions in training of situation questions and problem awareness questions, okay? And connection questions, okay? And it's about putting those questions together so you can find out this information. It's very, very simple, okay? Why are you here? What are you looking for? Okay, what are you currently doing about what you said you're looking for? Hey, I really want to get better at sales. Okay, perfect. What are you currently doing to get better at sales? I really want to get better at marketing. Perfect. What are you currently doing to increase your marketing? I really want to, I really want to get more time off. Okay, cool. What are you currently doing to help systemize the business so you can get more time off? Okay, whether it's solar, whatever it may be, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Now, then we go into the problem awareness phase. Okay, problem awareness, all we're trying to do is get 4 key things. First is, what is the problem? Okay, so what is it? Let's define it. Let's not define 25 different problems. That's going to be too much. They're going to lose clarity and they're not going to make a decision. They're going to want to think about it. What is the main problem that we can focus on here in today's call? The next thing is, how long has that been a problem? That's going to help us later on setting up urgency and time frame frameworks. Okay, the next thing is, what's causing the problem? Okay, what is the root cause of that problem, whether it be a lack of knowledge, lack of time, whatever, because that's what we're going to help solve. Okay, and what is the impact that the problem is having on either a personal or professional basis, depending on what you sell and how much rapport you have with the actual person. Once we understand those four things, then we can talk about what they're looking for in a solution. Now we understand their problem. Now we know there is a sale to be made because we can actually solve that problem. Okay. So really in that whole area, we're looking, can we actually help this person? Is there a sale to be made here? Okay. The next thing we're looking at is what's an ideal solution look like? Now there's two parts that we can come at. One from a criteria standpoint, what are you looking for in an actual solution or a coaching program? The second is what do you want to get out of the solution? So it's like if I'm starting an Amazon business, okay, what are you looking to get out of an online business that you maybe can't get from a 9 to 5 job? Okay. And then like, what would you like to learn? Like what would, if you were presented with the solution, like how would it be given to you? Okay. And then what's a tangible outcome that happens when the solution is achieved? And then what is the emotional tie down of that tangible? Okay. That's going to allow us to really sort of set this as like something that you have to do because it's important. Okay. And it's important that we get all of those things. We have to tick those boxes. Otherwise, the next phase, which is consequence questions, really doesn't do anything for us. Okay. So, what happens if you do not achieve the goal? What happens the next 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, 2 decades? You're in the same position you are now. Okay. And we're looking for answers that are real and contemplative. So, what you want to avoid or you need to listen out for is the people who are like, no, this is the time. I'm going to do it this time, no matter what. And as a salesperson, you might think that's a positive thing, but in reality, if they're going to do something no matter what, there's no reason to do it today. Okay. So they need to really explore failure here. If you're not willing to explore failure, you're not willing to accept success. So we really need to, in this section of the script, we have to have them explore failure. They cannot dance around it. That's not an option. You need to get that answer. And then as soon as you get that answer of the real life consequences of not achieving your goal, okay, then, and the goal should be important to them because we've got emotional and tangible tie downs to that. Then we can move into our presentation phase. The presentation phase is simply presenting your pillars and getting a commitment. Okay, then from there we handle objections. Okay, so that is my cheat sheet on how we use on what you're looking to get out of the script. So I hope that helps you guys. The next thing is the implementation guide, the 4-step implementation guide. Very, very simple. Step 1, neutral language. Step 2, a small but powerful change. Step 3 is role play, role play, role play. Step 4 is adapt. Okay. When it comes to the neutral languaging, just take your script that you currently have and just remove all the salesy bullshit. Okay. So just make it nice and neutral. Possibly, might be, would you? Okay. That's all you have to do. What that's going to do is that's going to allow the person to feel more comfortable and they're going to give you better answers. Okay. You're going to sound less like a salesperson. Okay. Once you've done that, it's very, very simple. Okay. And in the background, you're learning these skills, you're role playing these skills, you're learning a new skill. If I taught you how to ski in a different way, like, yes, it could be a better way, but it might take you 2 months to figure it out. Then once you figure it out, you have a better outcome, right? So we're in a position, lucky enough, to where we can practice one thing and do another, right? So we neutral language, that's the first thing that we do. That should increase our close rates. It should get more people through the process. Okay. If you're door knocking, it'll make it easier. If you're cold calling, it'll make it easier, right? Now, then stage 2 is make a small but powerful change. Okay. So pick your worst performing part of your sale and try and NAPQify it a bit. So, or if you're a door knocker, fix like the initial door knock, like, or if that's working really well, but you suck at closing, like you just can't pitch, then NAPQify your pitch. Like pick the thing that you think is going to make the smallest change. And by smallest change, I mean like it's not really a strength of yours. So let's just add NPQ to a weakness of yours and then keep all the other strengths the same for now. Okay. It's a small but powerful change. The next thing is role play, role play, role play. I would never try anything new on like a store change to my sales without role playing it 30, 40, 50 times. I just wouldn't do it. Okay. It's crazy. You have to do it. You might want to do 2-3 months of role play or 2 months of role play. Then once you feel comfortable and you can role play these things effectively, then step number 4, adapt. Okay. Neutral language, small, powerful change, role play, role play, role play, adapt. All right, guys, that's how I implemented an EPQ successfully. Okay. I had a very, very, very different style of selling. I was a relatively successful sales rep. I thought that an EPQ was a better way. I didn't want to let go of something that I knew was working. So I did exactly this in this exact manner. And that's the guide that I made for myself and that I use when I teach people in EPQ and team members in EPQ. This is the implementation guide that we use. All right, guys. I hope that was helpful. And I hope to see you on the role plays.
Hey guys, what's up? Matt here. And what I'm going to walk you through today is how to find your ideal income. So along with this, we're going to have like a PDF download that you can use. But what I want to do is just basically extemporaneously talk you through my thoughts behind goal setting for income. So income by itself is relatively useless, as in like the idea of it, like the concept of you wanting to earn more money doesn't really do a whole lot for you. So what we need to do is break it down into meaningful segments, okay? And this will help you with your sales. If you understand where you want to be, why you want to be there, and what that kind of income will allow you in terms of lifestyle freedom, tangibility, emotional outcomes, stuff like that, then you'll be able to easily walk someone through that process, which sometimes the people that we speak to just do not understand their goal. So what we first want to understand is, first of all, how much money do we actually want to make? Now, that doesn't just mean a number. That means an actual specific number, which is SMART, which is SMART. So it's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. I'm sure you've probably seen variations of that acronym before, but essentially what I want to do is specific. I want to earn $824,000 a year. Okay, measurable, like it's a specific dollar amount. It's achievable. You're not giving yourself 6 to 12 months to achieve that if you're currently earning $50,000 a year. So you have an achievable result. It's relevant, which means that there's a why, there's an importance attached to it, like a tangibility. At that number, I can achieve this, right? And then it's timely, right? You need to have time frames attached. Without time frames, it's just a dream, okay? And we don't want to have dreams, we want to have goals, okay? No matter how lofty. Then what we want to do is we want to go, okay, 10 years into the future, where do I want to be? What income, what lifestyle, broken down into specifics. What kind of house do you ideally want to have in 10 years? Where is that house? How much is that how much is that house going to cost? How much will you have to put down? What's your mortgage going to be? Do you plan on having kids? Are they going to go to public school? Or are they going to go to private school? If private, how much are those schools going to cost? Do you like going on holidays? How many holidays do you want to go on per year? What is the average cost of those holidays? What about cars? Do you enjoy cars? If so, that's totally fine. How much do you want to have? What kind of car do you want to have? And then like you want to have one for you, one for your partner. I want to have a sports car. They're going to want to have an SUV, okay, etc. How much those cars are going to cost? How much do you have to put down? How much you're going to pay per month? Okay. Then from there, we want to break down like, okay, what about savings? Do we have a savings goal? Okay. Or do we have like, I just want X amount of money in the bank and the rest of it I'm going to invest. Okay. If so, how much is that? Or how much do you want to save every single month, every single year? Then what you have to do is go, okay, what's my living expense? What's my living expenses right now? And what are they going to be? Because when you make more money, you spend more money. You go to restaurants, you do nice things, you buy nice bags, you buy nice watches, okay? All of that kind of good stuff. That's all okay. So we have to really figure that side of things out and dial it and really, really future pace it out. And then you go, okay, cool. That's how much money I need to make. That's your post-tax requirement. Okay, now all I have to do is go add taxes on top of that. Sweet. I need to make 40% more than that or whatever it is wherever you live. This is how we do that. Okay, then what we have is okay, in 10 years' time, I need to be making $1.2 million a year gross, which gives me this much net, which allows me to buy this house, this car, these schools, this many kids, this. That's a powerful, accurate vision of the future. Then from there we go, okay, cool. Now where do I want to be in 5 years' time? So 5 years' time, like business and your income will probably not be linear. It'll not just creep up like that. It'll be more like that because the more money you